So 85% of consumers have a poor opinion of the brand that is being advertised due to retargeting. And that's due to kind of saturating their feed. And then 88% of people report seeing retargeting ads for the same product after they've purchased, which is again a waste of your budget. And then 77% of consumers often see too many adverts from the same retailer. So what Shoelace does from here is make sure that none of this is happening, and this doesn't need to be happening because this is a negative experience. So it doesn't have to be this way. When done right, retargeting can really build emotional connections. It can tell your brand story and create memorable experiences, and memorable experiences in the good way, not memorable experiences in the bad way. So we can really personalize the buying journey. So for an example here, you're seeing something when you land on the website, you look at a product, and then making sure that over time, it then evolves like a story. So on day 1, day 7, day 14, they're seeing different adverts. So making sure that they're not becoming kind of that ad fatigue, and making sure it's relevant and not going on for 30 days or 3 months in certain cases. So we call this, surprise, surprise, customer journey retargeting, but how we define this is really the approach to retargeting that shows the right customer, the right advert at the right time, which a lot of brands can neglect, and it really depends where they are in the buying journey. So the 5 key components to customer journey retargeting is making sure, as I said, it's tailored to that buying journey, making sure where they are in the purchase, if they've looked at a product, have they just looked at content, are they already a customer, so they need to be spoken to differently. And on 2, engaging in non-repetitive. So repetitive adverts are one way to drain that user kind of experience. If I see the same advert over and over again, I may like the brand, but if for 30 days I see the same advert and it doesn't change, I'm just gonna really turn off to that advert or start thinking about it negatively. Sequence ad experiences. So sequences means that on day 3, they see an advert for 3 days. After day 6, it changes, and it's a sequence. It's sequential rather than kind of a single advert for 14 days. And number 4, we skipped it, aligned with marketing. So Klaviyo and other things, so loyalty like Smile and Loyalty Line, making sure that everything's talking into one place. Retargeting doesn't exist on its own. It really can talk to other marketing elements like your email. If you have kind of user-generated content, making sure you pull on that into kind of your retargeting from that side. And then success is not just ROAS. So that may surprise people if you're monitoring your kind of ad spend, but we're really looking at revenue growth and kind of repeat purchase rates. So ROAS can be obviously defined as return on ad spend, but obviously if you get 20 ROAS, that could be from an ad spend of £10. So that's really minute. We're actually looking at revenue growth. So I'm going to go through some examples of what that actually looks like. So as I said, customer journey retargeting can help brands really stand out and then differentiate themselves from their competitors. And this is a classic funnel, but this is how kind of Shoelace operates in terms of retargeting. So we're going through expressed interest, show consideration, taken action, which is obviously adding a product to their cart, became a customer, then to a loyalty side. But I'm going to go through these ones in each stage so we can then see kind of retargeting in practice. If we just wait for that to load, the first example will be, here we go. So the expressed interest is someone who's been to the website, they haven't looked at a product, they may have looked at your homepage, they may have looked at your content. So we've got a cycle here. So at first, we're showing kind of a content ad. So these people haven't entered the buying cycle yet. So we're looking at actually promoting a video to them on day 1, making sure that really that video answers potential key things behind your brand. So anything, if it's vegan friendly, if it's natural, if it's got a certain USP, you want to push that on day 1 to really push them through that cycle. And then the lead ad, especially in the post-GDPR world, we're looking to boost those kind of email lists, especially if you're linked up with Klaviyo from that side as well, because then there's some really cool things you can do from there. And then on day 5, we're going to be a bit more aggressive. So they've seen our adverts for 5 days. And then we're going to say, okay, look at our best sellers. You've not looked at any products on the site yet, but these are what sell best. These are what other people are buying. And then they're going to be pushing to that buying cycle. And then if they haven't done it from there, we're going to do a messenger ad. So this is how you can sequence your retargeting to be a bit more personable rather than having the same advert running for 7 days. And at any stage, they can then click through on day 2 to day 7. If they don't actually interact, we're going to not retarget them. They're going to be a waste of your ad money. And then we're going to go into the show consideration stage, which is really anyone who's looked at a product. So we've got the classic dynamic ads looking at kind of the product from that side, making sure it's kind of a great fit in terms of what they saw, other adverts there. Then again, if they don't buy from that, we're getting into lifestyle ads, really show that in kind of a lifestyle environment to how that can be working. And then moving on to day 5 is really then pushing stuff like reviews. So making sure that if you have got 5-star reviews, you can re-differentiate in your feed, have that social proofing so other consumers kind of know you're a legit brand, other people are happy with the products you buy. And then day 7, we're going to push stuff like loyalty stuff from this stage away, just to then probably put into their mindset that is kind of a repeat purchase, is kind of lifetime value from that side. Took action, so this is the bread and butter of retargeting. So this is really people who've abandoned their cart. So then we're going to look at specific product ads to incentivize purchase. So this is the product they looked at, they've left it in the cart, and we're going to try and kind of push out from there. And then if they haven't bought from that kind of day 1, day 2, especially these adverts, you see a drop off after about day 3. We're just going to update it so they haven't purchased here. We're going to make sure that, like, we're pushing again USPs, how the product's built, anything you have behind the scenes or your USPs on kind of this side. So lifetime warranties, again, 100% natural. You're going to push these things to really solidify that purchase. And then became a customer. So retargeting shouldn't really be all about making sure that you, make sure that they purchase. It should be about retention. And then we move on from there when this loads to make sure that you make sure they sign up to email list, your loyalty programs if they didn't on kind of purchase. This is just frozen for me. And then also if you have stuff like a brand community, so our client here, they're making sure people tag their purchase 10 days after, so they should have received their purchase by then, to be featured on their style blog because it's kind of those micro influencers. And then make sure as well, so they're running a thank you kind of message, like just an advert. It costs about 20 pence per click, just say thank you to your customer. I'm just experiencing a little bit of lag. But then on the final, so day 30, so not just 2 days after their purchase, we're then looking at kind of new arrivals. So if you are restocking product, if you've got best sellers that change, if you've got new arrivals, then on day 30 you can say, hey, come back and purchase again. So to recap, it's catching up. So benefits of customer journey retargeting. We're looking at building stronger relationships with your customer. It's not just a money-making scheme. It's definitely just making sure that the customer has the best experience and more likely to talk about your brand. It does boost conversion rates from all your marketing. So like I said, you can make sure that you boost into your email marketing list. You can boost to your loyalty programs, so adoption rates. It's going to boost conversion rates all through the funnel. And wait for number 3. So increase repeat purchase rate. As I said, that customer loyalty is a huge thing there. Oh, I skipped to 5. And skip to 3. So it also grows your sales, so we're not just looking at kind of ROAS from that side. So overall, we're looking to grow the sales from, across the range. And then number 5, suspense. There it is, building your brand. So retargeting will really be a key element to building out your brand rather than just, okay, how do I make as much money from this customer? It can build out your brand, it can build out your community. As Adam said, I will be in the Q&A, but yeah, that's my presentation. That's a bit of what Shoelace can do, and that's all.